The jet is decorated with an elephant skin pattern inspired by Air Jordan sneakers. Air Mobility has celebrated by doing samba, gathering at a fancy golf resort with aviation professionals and then wrapping it all up with an epic after party. Hello everyone, Dimitry Los here, and it is the new episode of Avia News. So let's fly! The most important good news for today is that my wife and I are safe from the horrific Valencia flooding. The bad news? After 4 days without electricity, internet and a shower, we've learned that we may actually stink. Other residents in the Valencia suburbs aren't feeling as safe as we are. So please consider donating to those in need. Here are some trustworthy funds that I can recommend. Now let us move on to the really good news. Wednesday next week takes place the IBGAA conference in Dublin. So I'm inviting everyone who hasn't yet bought a ticket to join us for some really serious news about business aviation. Because hey, nothing says serious quite like gathering at a fancy golf resort with aviation professionals and then wrapping it all up with an epic after party. Just remember, it's all business until Joe and the team rolls out the grand piano and invites everyone to a bar. Do not miss it. News number 3. SpaceX makes history by successfully catching a super heavy booster by the very same tower it launched from. It's a huge accomplishment. That's like a really skinny guy catching a really fat guy. The booster used two mechanical arms, dubbed chopsticks, attached to the launch tower. It was easy, said SpaceX operator and Momofuku owner David Chang. The maneuver executed just 7 minutes after liftoff, which left all the men in the room thinking, wait, is 7 minutes considered fast? The success moves SpaceX closer to its vision of rapid booster reuse, potentially enabling turnaround times of days or even hours between launches. College kids around the world are already thinking, spring break! News number 4. Rolls-Royce completed flight testing of its Pearl 10X engine, which is an appropriate name given that the cost of the jet will be 10x whatever you're thinking. 5. Michael Jordan just added a $70 million Gulfstream to his jet collection. The purchase was made after he read a report that he flies on Delta. The jet is decorated with an elephant skin pattern inspired by Air Jordan sneakers. In unrelated news, elephants are now extinct. The private jet can seat up to 19 passengers, which his son was disappointed to learn while he was boarding his commercial flight. 6. The Honda Jet Elite 2 was named the coolest thing made in North Carolina, in a contest held by the North Carolina Chamber of Commerce. In last place, Clay Aiken. 7. Brazilian state bank has agreed to fund Air Mobility to support work on the company's eVTOL aircraft production in São Paulo. Air Mobility has celebrated by doing samba! Eve is aiming to start remote pilot flight tests later this year, which is exciting for the pilots because they will finally get to go to the carnival. 8. A new report says flying planes at different altitudes could help cut aviation emissions faster. They're not sure, however, if it is better to fly higher or lower, but they figure it can get worse than where we are right now. 9. In the first half of 2024, small jet utilization is up 20% on 2019 levels, but dipping during summer vacation, when people prefer to be on their yachts. 10. Two similar-looking twin-engine commanders with almost identical registration numbers accidentally got each other's fuel. To fix the mix-up, their parents had to reunite and fall back in love. 11. Toyota has announced that they are investing an additional $500 million to support Joby's electric air taxi, which has parents hopeful that their kids might lose their virginity in the same car brand that they did. Toyota's investment brings them closer to their transformation to a mobility company. Before you know it, there will be a plane in your driveway with a big ribbon on it. 12. Facing the prospect of an expiring tax exemption on aircraft parts in Virginia, aviation businesses are lobbying to extend the expiration date. When asked for a quote, a gallon of milk said, "No comment." Well, these were the most relevant and funny news from the aviation and aerospace industries within the last few weeks. Now, put your likes to this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on LinkedIn, and see you next Wednesday on the IBGAA conference in Dublin. Ciao!